Well, good morning. This is Scott over at ReadySquirrel.com. Today I'm going to repackage 1,000 rounds of 9mm CCI ammo from a box into Mylar bags, more manageable 50 round count. And I'm going to also be putting in there some 5-gram silica gel tabs, Desiccant absorber. So that's what I'm doing today. It's going to be really helpful for me, especially for going to the range, putting stuff in bug out bags and trying to manage the ammo. Storing ammo in Mylar bags. All right, let's get going. What you need desiccant. You need to know what kind of ammo you're storing so you can write it out on the outside of the bag. You need a measuring device. You need scissors, permanent marker, and you need, I'm using 1 gallon Mylar bags, so I'm cutting them up. So that's the materials you need. Oh, and then you need ammo, of course. Today I am storing bulk ammo. 9mm, comes in a box. And there's 2 reasons that I'm storing this. One, I want to get this ammo into more manageable count, 50 round, 100 rounds per Mylar bag. And I want this ammo stored for long-term storage. Number 1 killer of ammo is moisture, and Mylar is impervious to water. It's waterproof. The other main thing that you have to worry about with ammo is heat and fluctuations in temperature, but there's no storage container that's going to do that for you. You're going to have to actually store the ammo in the right kind of environment. So let's get that out of the way. This is how I'm doing it. I am not a professional. If you decide to do this, you are doing this at your own risk, because you are using an iron to heat the Mylar bag, so you do have heat. I'm using 5 gram. 5 grams is enough for one entire 1 gallon bag, but I prefer to use the 5 gram over the 1 gram. I just think they're more flexible, and I would rather do overkill on how much desiccant, silica gel desiccant that I use in the bag. Okay, so let's get this going here. This is a bag that I've already used the bottom on. Did I bring that stuff in here? Oh, yeah, there. So this is basically how I'm storing the ammo. You could actually do it in much smaller containers than that. So basically, if you cut them down, you left a little bit extra. I mean, you can get 50 rounds down to about that size. So let's see what we got here. 50 rounds, that's 7 by, well, really you could fold that over too. 7 by 3.5 pouch, 50 rounds of 9mm ammo. So you could throw that in a bug out bag. You could throw that in your truck. Of course, you're going to follow your local laws, whatever you do with the ammo. Okay, so let's get down to it. I like to have, what was it? I measured this out for the ammo that I'm storing, because you want enough room to seal the bag. Yeah, I figured that I like 5.5 inches of a 1 gallon bag. So I just go down and mark it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Cut that down. I'm basically cutting the tearaway strip off the top of the Mylar, which is this thing right here, if you can see it. Little notch. I'm not using that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to seal one side. I have a household iron set on 7. This isn't very even, but you'll get the point. So try not to seal too high up, because if you do that, you won't have enough room for the ammo. Okay, so that side's sealed. I'm going to count out 50 rounds of ammo. You can experiment with this. It's like I said, with sizes. 30. I can't talk and count at the same time. There's 50. I got a little squirrely on the sides on this one. I steamed up too much of the bottom, but I think I can get it done. All right, so take your board, take your 5 gram desiccant packet, put it in here. You need 50 grams of gel silica desiccant per 50 cubic inches. So basically, if this was full, if this 1 gallon Mylar bag was full, I would need just under 5 grams of desiccant. I'm doing this small amount and still using the 5 grams of desiccant, and I'm doing that just for overkill. Okay. Keep in mind you are using heat around ammunition, so use your common sense. And then what I do is I see what kind of ammo we have. We've got CCI. It's 115 grain full metal jacket, and that's about it. So this is 50 rounds. It's not very pretty, but you get the idea. A lot of things you can do with this. I mean, you could do 5 rounds, 10 rounds. Kind of what gave me the impetus to do this is I'm getting ready to, well, I moved from one state to another, and I'm in free Florida right now. That's where I live. And I'm getting ready to, I'm doing a background check right now for my CCW, and I want to change, chambers clear. I want to change, that's a Sig P365XL. Comes with a 12 round mag, and you can get, that's flush, and you can get a 15 round mag. I wanted the ability to carry a manageable amount of ammo to the range, something to put in my range bag. That's one thing. And 2, I'm doing a lot of like practicing, like drawing and, you know, taking the clip in and out, you know, working with familiarity of the sidearm, because I don't really want to use a lot of ammo right now. And I think you guys understand why. I don't even want to tell you how much I paid for this 1,000 rounds. But my wife and I are both doing CCW now, and I don't know, I was thinking, the old sidearm that I used was a 40 caliber, and I've been thinking for a while that I should probably be using 9mm. And she ended up getting a single stack for CCW, concealed carry weapon. And so I thought it was a good opportunity for me to do the shift. I did a lot of research on which pistol I would get for this. Basically, for me, it came down to what it comes down to. You know, for most people, was the Glock between the Glock 43 and the Sig P365 or P365XL. I've never been a huge fan of Glock, but I did a bunch of reading on the front end, watched a ton of videos of the pros, you know, working with these different guns that are, you know, the proper size for concealed carry. And then I went to Bass Pro Shops, and they just happened to have a Glock 43, which they consider to be the competition for this. But anyway, I disagree. It's not competition for the Sig. It's quite a bit smaller. It has less ammo capacity, but it's smaller in the sense that it's shorter. The barrel's shorter. But what's not smaller is the width. And if I wish I had one to compare this with, but this is really, really a thin gun. So, okay, I got on a sidetrack there. I just wanted to share that with you. That the organizational part, the going to the range to practice, that's one of the reasons that I'm doing this. It's what really got me motivated to get it done. But the other thing is, you know, your ammo can last you 50 years. There are people out there that are shooting ammo that's, you know, almost 100 years old. Some of the 5.56 ammo that was used in Vietnam was World War II era. Actually, it probably wasn't 5.56. Probably larger calibers. I'm mixing things up that I've read, but old ammo in Vietnam, some of the higher caliber ammo was used in Vietnam era. And then I've read stuff of Marines that have been out on the range and they've actually gotten some 50 cal ammo that's like World War II era. And they know that because there's just like a stamp date inside the can and it's still fully functional. But the thing is with ammo, you've got to keep it away from moisture. You've got to keep it in a temperate, controlled environment somewhat. And I know there's exception to this, and I know there's people out there saying, oh my God, this is overthinking it. It's going way overboard. But hey, if you're storing this stuff for a survival scenario, I'm going to leave it up to you whether you want to store stuff in Mylar or not. But I have the bags left over from food storage. I wanted a smaller container, so I figured, what the heck? I'm going to do it. These bags are actually going to go in a 5-gallon pail. Just kind of something that's kind of obscure and not obvious. I know a lot of guys like to store their ammo in like the 50 cal ammo cans, which I actually like the idea of that, but then I looked how much they cost and I'm like, okay, I have buckets, they cost $5. I can go out and I can pay, you know, 20 to 40 bucks for an ammo can. So I decided to go this route. I'm going to use the Mylar bags that are, they're waterproof, they're impervious to UV light. And what was the other thing? Anyway, I can't remember. A lot of people want to do a vacuum seal on this. They either want to use vacuum pack bags, which is not a good option. You know, you're better off just leave them in the box because the vacuum pack bags are not permeable to air and oxygen. So the stuff gets in there anyway. The moisture gets in there anyway. So why do that? You can use O2 in these, but you don't want to use O2 absorbers with the silica gel desiccant because O2 absorbers need a little bit of moisture to work. And these desiccants, the silica gel desiccants, do not work well in a low oxygen environment. I'm going to have an article linked in this video, probably not when it's posted, but eventually. I've got a whole batch of articles and I'm going to try to send them out at once, but I'll have all the numbers on there, you know, how much desiccant you need and when to use this kind of desiccant, when not to, you know, how much desiccant you need for a specific size container and stuff like that. Okay, so that's it. That's how I'm going to store 1,000 rounds of 9mm CCI full metal jacket for long-term storage and organization. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Well, there it is, folks. 1,000 rounds of 9mm ammo, repackaged from the box that I got it in. Give me some feedback on this. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other ideas. I hope this information is helpful. This is Scott with Ready Squirrel, and I'll see you next time.